Yes, welcome to the Jamaica Young Police channel. To our loyal viewers, subscribers and Patreon member. At the channel, we are a group of law-abiding citizens who believe in the rule of law and respect the rights of every citizen, but not the ones who do not subscribe to such behavior. We do believe in and support preemptive strikes because they save lives. This is a logical conclusion because preemptive strikes save lives and prevent the further loss of lives. We are all about saving lives at this channel. We at the channel aid criminals with a passion and do not want them over here. We do not want your views, your subscriptions, your likes or your comments. Please go elsewhere where the red carpet is waiting for you. Over here, we want you to go to prison or the departure lounge at Madden. Yeah, so if this is the first time here at the Jamaica Young Police channel, we highly recommend subscribing to stay updated with our latest content. Hit the subscription button above, click the bell icon and select all to receive notifications whenever we at the Jamaica Young Police channel release a video. Remember that this channel is not an entertainment channel. You know, entertainment channels give you a average between 10 to 15 minutes. This is not an entertainment channel, so you have to go elsewhere if you want entertainment. Remember to give this video a thumbs up because you will find it helpful and informative. Please remember to share the video with your girlfriend, your boyfriend, mama, papa, side chick or side man, and tell them to tell a friend about the Jamaica Young Police channel. You can join the Patreon squad. By doing so, you will gain access to exclusive content that cannot be played on YouTube due to various restrictions. To unlock this untapped collection of videos, click the link in the description box below. Joining our Patreon community allows you to explore contents that complies with laws, rules and regulations while avoiding disruption to our channel's functionalities. You'll be able to see videos and you'll see photographs, names of persons who have been killed and are still waiting on justice, like Rifle of the British crew, one of the British of the British crew, and you'll see the people who are involved in the killing of these men and others, including Douglas Chambers, who was killed by PMP criminal organization members, and it came from the top. And to date, the person who have given that order has not been arrested and charged for that murder. So you can go to Patreon and you'll be able to see the face and name of those persons. So thanks for your continued support, and we look forward to providing you with exceptional content. So moving on to today's video. Yeah, so you know, we had the pleasure of speaking with Isat Buchanan. You know, that's the famous, he has become one of the most famous attorney at laws in Jamaica. As a convicted drug dealer, you know, as we tell you, Jamaica is a criminal's paradise. I know we have been attacked by various people because we have been even labeled as a traitor because we are telling the people in Jamaica and the diaspora the truth. We are Jamaican. We cannot change. It doesn't matter what passport we travel with or where we work or whatever we achieve. I cannot, you know, it doesn't matter where I live in this world. I'll always be a Jamaican first because that's where I was born. I cannot, you know, take away my place of birth, you know, and my parents and siblings and communities that I have lived, places that I have worked and stuff like that. So, you know, of all, I'm not, you know, at the Jamaica Young Police channel, this channel is not about me. It's about Jamaica, Team Jamaica. And I know that there are some loyal supporters of this channel from the get-go. And it's some of you who have encouraged me to even do more work, because I remember when I had started this channel back in 2019, I was just doing it it's because of the attack on the young police officers in Jamaica, and I have seen, what happened after the Tifley incursion, and the Indicom Act. And as I've said before, and I'll say again, I am indebted to the Jamaica Constabulary Force for my level of education that I had received. Yes. So when you hear I talk about the police force and say I hate the thieving police officers, it is not an understatement. It is something that I am passionate about because of what I have seen growing up, and the policeman. I'm not even talking about my family members who serve. I'm talking about the policeman that left that impression on me. You understand? Tom Levine. And that man is the epitome of what you call a crime fighter. There's no, there's no one that can come out and say Tom Levine is a thief or anything like that. As you know, they could say things about other crime fighters, noted crime fighters. Tom Levine is the original name and crime fighter. As you heard, a man by the name of Little 13. I would like to talk to him again, because that man is very, very intelligent. We do believe in a redemption. Although a police officer who knew him contacted me and said, boy, Little 13 was a cold-blooded killer back then, because he had even, yes, and he, told me of a case where Little 13 killed a woman in front of her son and said that the woman was an informer. And the same policeman, he retires, and he said that he knew that two of the woman's sons who they can't wait to find Liquor Wicked to kill him because he had killed their mothers back in their mother in the 70s. So, as we said to you, so our character, credibility, and integrity has been an orchestrated attempt to besmirch my character relentlessly. We addressed them, a few times, and we can tell you that it's not that we do not want to pursue a certain route, but we haven't pursued fully as yet. Reason being, as a detective, you always, whenever you're doing a case, you just wait until the right time. There's a thing that called elements of surprise. So that is what we do. So we don't do things publicly and talk and say, we're going to do this tomorrow or what. Elements of surprise. That's how you're doing psychological warfare. We have received several death threats, and that never details. And it's just from one group of people. Yes, so they say that our channel is a Jamaica Labour Party channel. And if I'm a Labourite, I'm not a good Labourite at all, because, I have criticized even the Prime Minister. I have never ever even said that. You could never hear me say anything glowing about him, because, I will tell the audience that the only thing that I have seen with him is just a little better than the PMP criminal organization members. A little better. I never say he's better, little. So, it's like he's the better of both evils. Reason being is that, as I stated to you before, everything for me, it's all about the police. You have good police officers in the police force. I hate thieving police officers. I'm telling you. I hate them. It's just something that innate in me why I hate them. They don't like me, and I don't care. Yes, I hate them with a passion, because you are not supposed to be a person who is supposed to be protecting and serving the people, and then you're robbing them. I don't care what the person have or what kind of crime they are coming. I just hate thieving police officers. That is just me. Yes. So, as we say, you're gonna hear us with a conversation. Talking with Isat Buchanan. You're gonna hear him ask even about. There are several things even. That people have accused us of all kind of crimes, murder, and even woman that claimed that you're gonna hear Isat Buchanan ask about it, ask about her niece, an imaginary figure. But we're gonna show you that how the PMP criminal organization supporters, how they are Speedy Gonzales. If someone claimed that, alright, first there's a man by the name of a drug dealer from England by the name of Little Bigger. So there's someone that sent me a channel where a man is playing, where this man claimed that I had changed the barrel of an M16 because I was paid by a rifle, that is the late Owen Clark rifle, to kill a man. To show you how most people cannot think, First, if somebody said that you kill someone, what's the name of the person? They don't think, everybody run with it. This man doesn't even put it up on all of these things. What's the name of the person? Date, time and place. Where did this happen? What's the name of the other policeman that they claim that I make charge with murder? But you see, because they know that they know that these people are not intelligent and they are not critical thinkers, they just run with it. And then you have this guy, another loser in Canada who just run with it, and it's all over the internet saying that I'm a murderer and I this and he had liked me before, but he don't like me. Look, I look no like from you. You understand? I look like from you, Bridget. Me don't like man, period. You understand? So everything that they're saying is lies. Then you have this woman that made a voice note. All of this, I can't tell you. The reason for all of these attacks, it's because of me exposing the PMP party as a criminal organization. Remember when I was born and raised in a PMP community, Jonestown and Concrete Jungle. So nobody can tell me nothing about how them operate. So all of these things that you see have been going on, that they have been trying to attack my character, but people is going to pay for it. But for those who believe in me without even knowing me and standing by the Jamaica Young Police channel, that prove to show that the character of you, the loyal viewers and subscribers, to believe in me, to know that I just stand out from most police officers in Jamaica based on their character, credibility and integrity, because people don't use the police officers like me. And one of the worst things is that it's not like I was like a paper tiger. I was a police officer who was out there fighting against these miscreants. Yes, I have seen and experienced all kind of things. Police getting shot with me, and all kind of things. So, and to them, it's like they can't believe that, there are police officers like me. And I can tell you there are so many of them in the police force right now. I can tell you. Like you have a detective inspector named Ruben Gunter at Huntsby. You understand? I can tell you that man have an impeccable character. You understand? Nobody is perfect, I'm telling you, that man have an impeccable character. I know I use, DSP, the crime chief at Huntsby, M. Fordwade. We were young police officers together in Clarendon. And you can know from when you are a young police officer, you can know the police officers them who are going to be like thieves. And I can tell you this man was a decent, honest and ethical police officer. You heard that spoke of Assistant Commissioner of Police, MacArthur Sutherland. I haven't seen that man since he had left the Jamaica Police Academy in March 1988. Heard about him doing work out by East Kingston, and when I say follow his career, heard some great things that this man has done. Impeccable character. And as a younger police officer to MacArthur Sutherland, I'm telling you, I have one of the greatest respect for this man. I know why I have the greatest because this man, not only that he's my senior, but this man is a real black man. When I say real black man, yeah, MacArthur Sutherland is a black man. real black man. And nothing is make you feel, give you chills to know that you have an officer who's in the commissioner's rank, and you know that man have an impeccable character, and you cannot say it for the others who are in the same rank as that man. So that still goes to show you that we still have decent police officers in the police force in Jamaica. I cannot speak for as you heard, I had tell you about Deputy Commissioner of Police Stuart Blake, even the one who's a Commissioner of Police now. You see, he came out now with the pink brief thing, and I could go on and on. But as I said to you guys, I really appreciate your encouraging me to continue this journey. So, as we say, you're going to hear us with Isat Buchanan. Yes, at length. So many things you're going to hear. So, so reflecting on my life journey, I stand firm in declaring an existence free from remorse, marked by integrity and honesty. In the midst of orchestrated attempts to besmirch my character, credibility, and integrity, I find solace in the truth. Yes, I find comfort in the truth, which stands resolute against the onslaught of slander. As a former detective navigating the complexities of the Kingston metropolitan area, I encounter stark realities of my community, where transparency often comes at a cost. Accusations of various crimes devoid of substantiated evidence emerge due to my commitment to speaking truth to power. Despite these challenges, I remain steadfast in my resolve, undeterred by the malicious attacks of individuals seeking to silence dissent. One of my main haters, Wayne Uglisome, yes. So when I tell people say do not say go where the red carpet is waiting on you, yes, the red carpet I'm talking about for people who are criminal minded and criminals. So just go where to Wayne Uglisome. That's why I said that. And the reason why I'm telling you that, I to show you that all these people, they are real criminals, yeah, criminal supporters that listen to him. I don't know if you guys remember when I spoke about the Olympic Gardens police station massacre that happened in 1986 with Sandakan killing the 3 police officers and the Stephen police officer who lives in Canada by the name of Bam Bam. He's the one who caused 5 police officers to lose their life because of his criminal actions. And as usual, where the criminal police officers, they go for refuge. They go to Wayne Uglisome channel. So he went over there. That was like about 3 weeks ago. And talking about I didn't know him and all kind of stuff like that. Little did this man know that even at the time, when all of this after it happened, that I riding with Denzel going on to Charm, and and he was telling me about the incident. And even when I was a police officer and I was at Unsby, he reminded me of everything. So when this man was talking about, I was telling lies on him. So to show you, that all of these people who listen to this man, they are all not only Speedy Gonzales, but they are criminal supporters. So when one of the police officers who survived the attack on the police station, when I had let him, he came, at the Jamaica Young Police Channel and said yes, and his name is Jerry Bryan, and he said yes, it's Bam Bam is the one that caused the death of the other police officer them. And he spoke how he hid inside of the barracks because he was a very skinny guy, and that's why he and another police officer by the name of Levy survived. And from Levy left Jamaica, no one has seen or heard from him again. Then another detective now came and corroborated the other police officer. Remember, all these are things that I had known before. And would you believe that this man who claimed that he's for ghetto youth and all of this thing, up to now, they hadn't acknowledged. And the supporters, because these people hand over their brain to the PNP criminal organization, and he knows that they're all Speedy Gonzales, and having all of these information out there, you would think that they would that Bam Bam is really a criminal. No, he's not going to say that, because guess what? Of all of the police officers that this man hates with a passion, it's me. Reason being, I am the first police officer that ever stand up to this ugly guy. And reason being is that he's not used to people stand up to him. So I have able to get him to lose him cool and curse and go on all kind of thing on this channel, because that's how effective I am. I know to get on people who are Speedy Gonzales skin, because they're thin skin. It's all about their ego, because the IQ is like stone, and people who are self-absorbed, you have to just laugh at them. So as we said to you, so we in Ugly Some, the perpetrator of these falsehoods, will face the repercussions of his deceit and bear the financial burden of his lies. So my pursuit is not driven by vengeance. Yes. So I don't want people to think that my pursuit is, whatever I'm going to do is going to be driven by vengeance, but by the unwavering dedication to uphold truth and justice. So my promise to my supporters is not one of retaliation, but of resilience in the face of adversity. No amount of derogatory labels or smears, campaigns can erode the foundation of honesty upon which I stand. Truth, unlike falsehoods, requires no validation. So when you speak the truth, you don't need no validation. It stands immutable against the test of time. So that's why when people are lying, them have all this affair. Say, yeah, you can, yeah, and him can't tell you. You see, once say, yeah, speak the truth, you don't have to invoke another person, because I truth. If you notice, I have been at this, mine, and to date, not one police officer can come forth and said that Chris Porter is a thief. The only thing they can tell you that, why is a brother, him this or him that. But they can't say anything that I am a dishonest police officer. One thing they can tell you, I am unafraid. No matter how much gunshot or fire. Although most of them don't like me, they know once I arrive, it's going to be a different outcome, because I am going right inside here, and I am going to quell all of that shooting. That's the kind of person I am. Unafraid. So we'll continue the journey. So we want you to listen to we're gonna let you listen shortly to the conversation that we have with Isat Buchanan. You understand? So there's this thought-provoking topic such as the deceptive loophole, unveiling repetitive questions. Have you ever found yourself repeatedly questioned by someone with potential ulterior motives? So join us as we explore this intriguing behavior and its implications across various contexts, offering insight to identify and counteract manipulation tactics. In a targeted crusade, we illuminate the challenges faced by individuals who are dare to speak out against corruption. In a world where truth tellers become targets, we examine the psychological manipulation employed to discredit those who challenge the status quo. Join us as we unravel the intricate web of deceit and stand in solidarity with those who uphold integrity. Furthermore, our investigative series exposes the truth behind fabricated accusations and malicious intent. So stay tuned as we uncover the reality behind the facade, dismantling falsehood and revealing the authentic narratives obscured by deception. So my journey is not defined by the attacks launched against me, but by my unwavering commitment to truth and justice. So let us continue to shine the light on the shadows of deceit and stand firm against the force that seek to obscure the truth. So moving on, so I want you to listen to the conversation between yours truly, and Vybz Kartel lawyer Isat Buchanan in true and living colors. People who are JLP supporters, their lives don't matter on the PMP, and it's really sad because to him, killing a PMP JLP supporter, nothing is wrong with that because they are labor rights. I don't understand, and he's 60. And to show you how this man is very dishonest, the man don't even know where he was born. That is something that everyone in life, you know where you were born. That was to show you that he's a pathological liar. So I want you to watch, you listen, and you decide for yourself.
Hello?
Yeah man, blessed love man, how are you, King?
Hey, who goes?
You call this over return the call, Jamaica Young Police Channel.
Walk on, Bertrand.
You tell me, you know.
Yeah, man. Yeah, tell you, send me link you because the same thing I go on there with you and the next Bertrand, but we don't understand how comes what going, so we don't understand how we're going, so.
Who are that? Which Bertrand are that?
We have a next channel, man. We have a next channel.
You have to tell me which Bertrand are that? Who are that? Blake? The only friend of me, the only Bertrand for you two are Blake. So,
okay. No, we don't know who name Blake.
Blake was a detective in New Zealand once with me and everything. Bad police, fearless.
Okay.
Yeah. He licked down a whole heap of criminal.
Okay. So man, we take down lots of criminals.
Yeah, man. That's how we do all them things. Yeah, Blake, Blake, I'm a friend of them things. I want to come on to, get in with a criminal. You understand?
Okay.
So
yeah, it's just this. I'm watching this program. And it just country. Oh yeah, man. We know some program.
You talk ugly some.
Well, me not really into the name calling the brother. Man, I wish you would have stopped that.
You have said that, but may I tell you, what's the name that is used to refer to him.
Yeah, but me not like that because the one we are Jamaican. It's all right, so.
But it's not all of us have the same traits and the same ethics and morality and culture. He's from a community where criminality, you revere criminals. I am from a community where I do not revere criminal. I eat criminal with a passion. I believe that that's what I'm saying. I believe that every gunman who kill innocent people must live in fear of losing their lives and not the law-abiding citizens. That is just me. If the police catch you with a gun, yes, if a police catch you with a gun and based on one and two little things, I don't believe that you're supposed to go to jail. I believe if you go mad. That's me. Listen what I'm saying. Listen what I'm saying. I am from the belly of the beast where the criminality start with Borough Boy and Fed them up. You know about them two men? Yeah. Them two men are first.
Yeah, but brother, remember, so we have criminals even in the police force, strong criminals, brother.
You come like, listen what I'm saying. You talk about police force, me talk about in the community. Just like that, you listen to the thing when I talk about with General Starkey. You hear me say, before me a police, or you hear me say about him?
No, I didn't see that.
You didn't? Okay. People like General Starkey, e-commerce and artists and like even Sandokan and all them man where artists would big up and say them are good youth. As me, I see them as parasites and them deserve for Ghana, them deserve for go nowhere but Madden to the departure lunch. That's all you see.
But you have to do it in the confines that them say you're a law officer, brother.
So what? So then they what? So what on it? So with it. The
confines of the law.
So what do you think that we would be doing if a man have a illegal gun and you catch him with it? Is the confine of the laws you're going to do? You're going to use?
Look what I'm referring you to now, right? I'm referring you to a case with George Floyd, right? George Floyd.
No man, George Floyd is America, man. That's a racism. You can't compare America with Jamaica. John Flat. No, look here. Look here. No, look here. Listen what I'm saying. You are straying away from the topic. Look where you're going to use John Flight. You're going to use America. You're going to use racism with black and white, with Jamaica, with black people. No, brother. No, listen what I'm saying. No, listen what I'm saying. You are comparing apples to orange. In America, with John Flight, the killing of John Flight, that was racism. And the police are not care for life. You understand? John Flight is totally different. In Jamaica, men like General Starkey, Sam Buchanan, and all those people, these are men who kill people who they believe that they're supposed to die. So when the police catch them, it's just even Steven. I don't really understand. So where you talk about? So hold on. Let me ask you. Wait. That is you. Let me ask you. Where you from? In Jamaica.
Jamaica, man.
Where?
Kingston.
Where? We come from. Me born and grow at Jonestown. Me born at Oxford Street at Jonestown. Me born at Jubilee. My birth certificate say BM. That means my parish at St. Andrew.
I left early.
No, I'm not busy. You could have left late. Where in Jamaica? Which is that Kingston you come from?
Around Kingston 11, I'm sure.
No, which part? Kingston 11 big. Kingston 11 go all the way to Waterhouse.
Yeah, but my church remember, I did not grow up there, brother. I just go back on vacation once in a while, and I don't even go in Kingston when I go back.
So that's why I asked you, where in Kingston? Where in Kingston 11?
I grew up there, brother. I left at like 6-7 years old. So
alright. So you're saying I don't remember. Alright, look here. I remember the things when I was 2 years old, when all of my auntie married and all some things happening, and you understand. So you are 6 and you tell me say you leave the community for you are 6 and you don't remember nothing.
No, I don't remember.
Oh, well, let me say you have vibration, man. No, man.
I left as a child. You know?
Okay, so alright, so let me ask you. Let me ask you this. So did your family, your parents, did they tell you where they were living back in Kingston 11? What community? Or they didn't share that information with you?
No, we didn't. I didn't get that too much of that, you know, brother.
No, I never asked him. I asked if they did they share that information with you to tell you that we were living in Plain Avenue, we were living in Bacton, we were living in Cockburn Pen.
No, I didn't get much of that.
They didn't tell you anything. So where are your parents now?
No. Huh?
So where are your parents?
Deceased.
So let me ask you, how old are you?
You're big man now, man. Old man now.
No, yeah, you said that, but I asked you.
60-year-old, man. I'm 60-year-old.
So you're older than me then, and you don't know which part of the Kingston 11 you come from?
I don't know exactly. I don't have too much memory of growing up.
Okay, so you know where you were born in Jamaica?
Kingston, that's why this time I can't tell you. I don't know what else to say to you.
I mean Kingston. Were you born Jubilee or are you born at home?
No, I was born at a home from what I was told.
So you know the address where you were born?
No.
Okay. So
I can make up address and tell you, but
no. Look here. The most important thing in life, is a man credibility and a man integrity and your character. I want to come down to truthfulness. You understand? So if you still say a lie to me, I don't mean you lie to you. I lie to yourself because you are the one who are saying the things.
But Mr. Brother, right? The reason I call you, I say, listen to me. I hear this thing with you and Lonesome.
Ugly son. No,
my name is the name.
That is you. You honor me. You honor me.
I find that childish, to be honest with you. You know what I mean?
You're free for saying the thing.
Anybody a power to that, you know, like I call people by their name,
yes.
You know what I mean? So I don't really go into them things, right? Because sometimes you see them something now, it causes problems. You understand? So nothing can be resolved when people keep doing that, right? I believe in conflict resolution. That's what you see. That's the thing in Jamaica that I believe is not enough.
Right.
And from an earlier age, conflict resolution. That's why we're so, we get angry and then we want to uphold kill and murder and all and something. So you get some of the youth them now. The only time the youth them find that them can get equal chances when them have a gun.
Well, and because, and you know what cause that and thing is because them have low IQ, them cannot think.
Yeah, but right, guess what? I disagree with you now, right? You blame the youth, you know. I blame the politicians, both sides. You have a criminal.
No man, see, no man, content no. Before you digress and go to the politician, you talk about ugly son. You say no like when me say ugly son, but I'll continue to say that.
No. I don't want like name calling on any part.
Yes.
It makes sense to me.
Well, I just say a part of life and them thing that because look here, if somebody in Jamaica, so you leave Jamaica from your 6 and you know, so you leave your 54 years and you still maintain your Jamaican culture because you still have the accent. You still have the accent. My cousin in Jamaica from he's 14, some of them 16, and right now I'm talking to them. You will even know that they wherever live in Jamaica, because them transition straight American and them thing, American dialect. I even have cousin in same Toronto in RCMP as a detective. Same last name, my uncle's son, and you will even know that he was born in Jamaica. You understand?
Right.
Yes.
Right.
So,
well, I always wanted to keep my culture.
Yeah, no, nothing is wrong with that. So what's the problem now with ugly son now? What's the problem that you?
No, what may I say, my friend? You see, like I said, in the name. If I saw you feel comfortable calling them, so be it, right?
Thank you.
What I'm saying, right? What I'm saying, right? Is this, like I was somewhere the other day, we're in a group of us were speaking about the same thing with you and him, and I said, I hope it would stop, right? Someone said, well, why don't you come out and defend the rape thing that someone accused you of and all them things? You understand? And so someone said, well, some said, no man, you must do it, and that's why I come out and some woman.
Why me not defend what?
Some rape that they say you're someone accused of some rape, some child and
alright, let me interject right here. You see life? You ever hear thing in propaganda?
Yeah man, it exists.
Okay, alright, look.
Right.
You see when people have been trying to get things to stick to you, try to to sully your reputation. There's no reason for you to answer to something that don't even exist. So you'll be giving oxygen to something that never exists. All of those things that they're saying, it's false. I don't even know that woman or what they're talking about. I'm the kind of person that I can tell you this. You don't know me and I don't know you, but I can tell you. That's just what I'm saying. If you have money, and I can tell you this, and I can not only bet my life, but I can bet all of my look, just listen to me, I can bet all of my life saving. Never think when you're TSP.gov, all of my money when you're in that, I'll give it to you. You can bet it against anybody. Just listen what I'm saying. You can bet, you can tell them, say, you have bet everything in your life against that allegation with them make against me. Because eventually, you're going to see the truth come out. So you can bet that. You can bet your life. You can bet. Not your life, my life and my life saving. Listen to me. I am giving you a consent. I am giving you something so you can make some money in regards to that allegation. But I am telling you, just as I don't know you, and I am telling you, anybody.
No, but I'm saying I wouldn't bet.
No, man. But alright. Look here. I am a man of my word. Any amount of money you bet them. You have a thing on your name. Just write down this tsp.gov. I said all of my retirement money that I have in that account. If you all use a military to write to this day, I'll give you all of it if what you're saying is true.
Man, I don't pay for myself. I really don't want to.
All right, so I am telling you that. You see, everything that you hear that you're saying, trust me. Listen. Yeah. They are the ones who's going to be embarrassed, and I am telling you that. And anywhere it goes, if it goes more than one L, I am going to follow them right there. Are you going to see who's the liar? You understand?
Yeah. I just find it disturbing. It's so much about I just find it disturbing.
No, well, look here.
And I'll tell you why, right?
Mm-hmm.
I know somebody who went through that as a child, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm telling you,
went through what?
She's still disturbed by it, you know? She's still disturbed by it.
Well, as I said before, look here.
I know some I wish you would just come out and just, you know, it has nothing to do with lonesome, sure. No,
look here.
And
look here.
Argument starts and that's why I like, you know, so, no, man, you do it just right now, come say anything, I'm messing now, man, the man can.
No, look here. Look here. You know, by adding oxygen to something that don't exist, that is just nonsense. That's why I don't even address it. Why am I going to address something that don't even exist? I'm not that kind of person. I don't mess with kids. Yeah. I don't mess with kids. Look here, listen.
No, but it's serious now because you're a policeman at talk with the man and the man says, if you come on the island, them have a hole and all them things. You don't want that, brother. You don't want it. No.
Look here, I was in Jamaica. Listen to me. I was in Jamaica 3 weeks ago. Okay?
Okay.
3 weeks ago I was in Jamaica. So if you're not the first person who came or come over here and see what you're saying.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I mean, you must have heard it, and I'm saying.
You're what? No. You're what? You're what?
No, I understand. You must have heard like what they are saying, and to me that's a serious.
No. Serious allegation. Look here. As I've said before, and I'll say it again. You know, well, basically, let me ask you something. What's your name?
Huh?
What's your name?
Yeah, man, Tom. Tom.
So Tom, I have a last name.
Jones, man.
Okay, alright. Let me tell you this, Mr. Jones, and I'll repeat myself again. I said that everything that you're saying is not true. There's no truth to it. There's no facts.
I'm not here to accuse, you know.
No. There's no reason for me to address it because it's non-existent. That's a figment of somebody's imagination. And in case you do not know, I am from a PNP community, and that's how them operate. You understand? Is the same? Look, I don't know that.
It's a PNP lead and advice.
No. I don't. Look here. I don't know if I am just telling you how them operate. I am from a PNP community. Look, you see, they just like the same way them accuse Darrell Vybz about the murder of the girl and the rape and them thing. Listen what I'm saying, man.
You just lied about the stuff like
why you don't listen? So basically, you're not.
What I'm saying.
Just listen. No. I want you to listen. No, I want you to listen what I'm saying. Listen what I'm saying. When they accused Darrell Vybz of killing the girl, Darrell Vybz was not in Jamaica. He was in the United States of America. But Jamaican people believe it. I had spoken to two of the detectives who went on the scene first. A detective, and he had done even. We used to work together at St. Andrew South. We used to.
Yeah.
And on an ordinary police, one detective. You understand? I'm not going to call his name because I don't know if he wants me to put his name. Look here. Bigger Ford was there too, and a police named Badrick Henry. At no time Darrell Vybz's name came up in that murder of the girl. And you know who started it? Just as Darrell Vybz are going to start running for counsel up there. And that's how you hear his name get to it. You don't know the PNP. We know them. So you say, look here, you say anything where them want to try, them free to do it. And look here, hold on. And regards, look here. No.
I think both of them.
Look here, I don't care if, look here, I don't care if you want to, no, you can't, no. I disagree. No.
Than the other one. To be honest with you,
repeat what you just said.
I said I believe the PNP party is a better party than the other one.
No man, you're drunk, man. You drunk. You drunk. I am telling you why you're drunk.
Oh, man.
Just listen. I am using.
I don't agree with you, you're drunk.
No, man, I mean agree. A facts. No. A facts. I am telling you. And the reason why.
You said if I don't agree with you, I'm drunk.
No, a facts. No. You are saying that. No. Listen, man. You are saying that the PNP is better than the GLP party.
Yes.
Just listen.
Have you been seeing what's going on?
Why this man? No. I am not talking. Just listen, man. No. Listen to me. No. You listen to me. No. I am you. No. Look here. And the reason why I'm telling you that you are drunk. Tell me. No. But you said something, and I am responding to you. You don't want to give me the time for respond. You understand what I'm saying? Listen what I'm saying. The reason why I'm saying that you are drunk. I would like you to name one public official that the JYP party, the JYP LGBTQ party, had ordered men to kill. You have two government officials that the PNP party had ordered men to kill. You have one named Douglas Chambers. You're gonna hear the minister, the politician.
Have you ever heard of Bustamante?
Just listen what I'm saying, man. Why this man? Listen, I tell you. You see, anytime I am telling you about Douglas Chambers and Ted Ogilvy.
Bustamante, he ordered the lives of many Jamaicans. Let's be real.
What about government? We are talking about government official.
For the GLP partner, my friend.
We talking about government. I am telling you. So tell me. So tell me two government.
You made it political, not me.
No. But I am using facts. I am not being political biased. I am just telling. That's why. Look here.
Do you believe Jamaica could afford to have these guys giving themselves 300% raise? Do you believe in that?
You may comment, but that I'm on my business.
Okay.
Wait.
You believe that Derrick was being truthful when he said, when Derrick, you brought up Derrick last night.
Look here. You sound like a communist now. I asked you a question. I said, tell me one.
Answer my question. I answer yours.
No. You don't answer my question. No, you don't answer. I said, no. You are the one that said to me that that both political party are the same. I said
they're the same. I said the PNP is
yes, it's better. Just listen what I'm saying. Just listen. And I said to you,
you want to convince me that the GLP is better?
No. I am not convinced. No. I am not trying to. I am telling you that you're drunk for you to say that because I said name two. I said I can name two government officials at the PNP party.
So I gave you Bustamante.
So okay. So which government official Bustamante make let the Labour them kill?
No, he ordered the murders of Presbyterians, and that's documented. That's fact.
Okay, all right. Listen to me. All right, let me show you know. That's why you see.
He lost people. He locked up people.
Right? No. Okay. All right. Listen. Did you know that the same massacre that they're talking about? Did you know that majority of everything that they're saying in that documentary you know that it is lies? Did you know that?
What is lies?
Okay. Did you know that 2 policemen were killed that day?
Which day? I don't know what day you're speaking of.
The same Bad Friday that Muta Baruka and all of the people them telling us. Say Bad Friday when time Bustamante sent police go kill Rasta. Did you know that they killed 2 police officers and the last police officer to die? The last police officer to die was last year December in Jamaica. Last year December.
2 police officers.
The same Rasta them were to ask Bustamante kill. Did you know that?
No, I've never heard that before in the history of my studies. I've never.
No, I can't tell you this. You don't study nothing. You just repeat what people tell you. I am telling you for a fact.
Hey, listen to me, mate. You know, so I call you, but you know, I'm starting to believe that you're ignorant. You're ignorant yourself, man. Come on, man. You're being ignorant.
All right, look here. Let me tell you. I am going to send you. Listen. No. I don't. Well, if you want to say that is your. I am telling you for a facts. I told you the last policeman died from the same Coral Gardens massacre. Died last year December in Jamaica. Last year November. I was buried in December 2022. You don't know that because they didn't tell you that. So you're telling about you're reading propaganda.
Okay. So what you're saying is fact, and then everybody else is wrong. Then that's what
I'm not wrong. A propaganda. You don't understand how propaganda work. That may I tell you don't understand how propaganda. It is the
word propaganda is self-explanatory, so I don't know.
Well, I know everybody. It's not everybody understand propaganda, my friend. Some people run with it, and most people, especially until they do not read and do their research. That didn't know that there's a policeman who survived the same Coral Gardens massacre, and he lives in Florida, and he wrote a book about it, and it's on Amazon. Did you know that? A survivor from the same attack.
Okay.
I am asking you, is it a yes or no? No, man, is it a yes or no?
No, but I said to you, I've never read that book. I've never.
No, I know. Okay, you didn't read it. Okay. No.
It's a personal opinion, and when somebody writes a book, if I write a book, it's a personal opinion.
Okay. Okay. All right. So if somebody writing, if he's giving.
Yeah. So we have come to the end of part 1. Yes, and we can tell you that you're going to hear so many things. So you have heard us address this imaginary allegation that they have out there, where they have this woman. That's how the PNP criminal organization operate, where they have this woman that came out. Don't even know me. I don't even know her, but as it goes to say, that liars, documents always prove liars to be liars. You understand? And then you have another loser, trying to smear my character, credibility. We're not going to even describe him, but we're not going to give him any oxygen. Another guy in Canada. You understand? So they're trying to use my name to to write to stardom on YouTube. But as we said before, and we're going to say again, that to show these people that one thing with yours truly, my integrity, they can't touch it. You understand? So it is not a loser like that, like Ugly Son, but like this little small guy who that live in Canada. We're not talk Ugly Son because when we are through with him, he's going to be homeless and living on our bridge in Canada. As we say, we don't want Ugly Son. We don't want anything outside him house. We just want the structure so him can live on our bridge. So, and then now you have this little one new Speedy Gonzalez, who claimed that he has my file, trying his best by scooping up garbage information. But we deal with him, but it's not really him. We don't want people that want big fish. We want people that we know that them have a following on YouTube, so that you understand what I'm saying. So we know that when time we grab them, that's why we haven't been after Ugly Son as yet, because you have to understand, when you're a detective, you watch your target, and you have to use patience. So you don't act off impulse. That's why even a man, and criminals will tell you, like police like Leng and Trinity and Tom Levine, these are men that in their days as police officers, as detectives, like they will want a criminal to send him straight to the departure lounge, and they just see him one time and talk to him and tell him, say, you need to behave yourself, I'm saying, no man, I say, alright, and just watch until the day when you get him where you want him, straight to the departure lounge. So yeah, so you have another man now, who claim that he has my file and trying his best by scooping up garbage information that others, and that others will have to pay dearly for in the future, because Ugly Son alone cannot survive for the injuries that he has done to my good name, character, integrity, and credibility. Them can't tarnish it. Yeah, them try all kind of things. Them get all people to say, oh, them witness me I commit murder. Them get people to say, tell lie, say people are bull beer or me thief, all kind of things. So they just try all kind of things. So the thing what they feel that will stick now, the typical thing in which, to show you how these people are slow. We know that most Jamaicans do not, you know, they don't use the police officers like me because we are a rare species in the muddy and corrupt criminals paradise called Jamaica. I would not even seek to get an apology from this man, because his apology would not even mean anything to me, as he doesn't know me. And for him to be saying things and repeating lies about me is typical corrupt, unconscionable, depraved mind and wicked Jamaicans. That's how they are. And them good that way there when Jamaicans that spread lies upon you. And guess what? Most Jamaicans, it's easy for them to believe lies and negative things than to believe the truth. But you have good people who can think and others who can't. You know, so first of all, you know, I know that most of you do not believe this nonsense and lies being spread across the internet. It is because, you know, those who believe is because they want to. So yeah, you're saying that you hate somebody, you have to make sure that you do things so others can hate the same person. You understand? So that's how it is, you know. So as you have seen, we addressed the rumor long ago. But, you know, and there is no truth to what they have said. So, you know, let me categorically address this madness again. Throughout my life, I have never messed with any children, period. I don't do them things there. I'd rather send a guy to the departure lounge who do such things. And we're not going to talk whether we did it or not, if we have done that. But, you know, men who violate children, that's the kind of thing that, you know, we not take kindly to that. You understand? Once a man, you know, violate a child, yeah, man, we'll make certain to them face to the pass along. You understand? So, yeah, so, you know, anything, you know, that is someone's imagination and their mind playing games on them. So that's how liars are, you know. That's why I tell you that I have said it over and over again. When these people block roads in Jamaica and give statements against the police officers, you know, they must not believe them, because these people are liars. Because, oh, on God's earth, this woman, that's, I have her number, you understand, the number that she had, you know, started this thing. She and a guy, this big ugly guy named Footer Hype. But I can tell you that, you know, I will get him to be my slave for the rest of his life. You understand? So, and, you know, all of this is just a figment of someone in the imagination. All of this madness came about by a big mouth guy named Footer Hype. You know, and we in Ugly Some. And this woman, whom I have never met or known, I don't know any of these people. But the reason is why I am being attacked is because I have been telling the truth, speaking the truth about the PNP criminal organization. If it wasn't for that, no, they wouldn't attack me. And I can stand any amount of attack, because I know who I am as a person. So, you know, I have been educating the Jamaican people and the people in the diaspora about the PNP criminal organization, which is not a political party, but an organization that only knows how to create criminals. When I say that, I say it without any apologies. I am from a community where it's the belly of the beast. That's where criminality born, birth of it, Bory Boy and Feathermap, Jonestown. And I would like somebody else to tell me otherwise, because these were known murderers in the company of the Prime Minister of Jamaica. PJ Patterson did the same thing after, when he was Prime Minister, had Jad Flash working out of the Prime Minister office. Hey man, a man who was once one of Jamaica's most wanted men. He was working out of the Prime Minister office. George Flash, yes. Most of you don't even know that after Jad Flash and Tony Brown returned to Jamaica in 1993, thereabout, did you know that PJ Patterson, they had kept a big celebration party out there in Rockford for these men, for both men who are wanted. And Angela Brownberg, you member of Parliament, she's the daughter of Tony Brown, the murderer. So that's why we tell you the PNP is a criminal organization. Right now, you have a woman who's from Jonestown, who's a councillor. Her son is a known killer. He was killed by the police in a shootout in a Jonestown. She was in Portmore when it happened, and she's a witness in that case. Her daughter was killed last year in the company of a bad man Dan by the name of Dan Palmer. So that's how it is. In a PMP, in the PMP criminal organization, you don't get position unless you commit crimes. That's why I say it's a criminal organization. So I went into them and so I exposed them and show you that even when the PMP was in government, they created a criminal gang, a Klansman gang in Spanish Town, St. Catherine, and a whole host of other things that they have done to destroy the minds of the Jamaican people. So, we an ugly some, as used, we are statics trying to smear my good name, and even went as far to get a policeman who's a drug dealer and a robber. Yes, his name is Corporal Clifford Coleman. So we're going to put up his picture there. This is a policeman who's a robber and a drug dealer. Yes, I will tell you, all of these people that we're telling you about, we forward information to not only the FBI, we are making him know, and to the Department of Homeland Security and the State Department, because he's a drug dealer. Yes, Clifford Coleman, the same policeman we're a batchmate. Duns as batch criminal. Yeah, I'm a robber police, you understand? And he works at traffic headquarters. Criminal, This is a man I've seen in our company. He used to bodyguard Daniel Williams in 9 years. No police can't run Daniel Williams unless you're a hitman, hired assassin, use illegal gun and kill people and all of these things as a police officer. Sergeant Steele, who used to be a very close friend with Daniel Williams, have like an office in him office and him kill him. Yeah, make a letter when Phantom kill him and then him use Renita Adams to kill Phantom. We tell you that. Yeah, we soon tell you all of them things. That's why them not like we. Because look here, we don't have any ties with the labor rights, So yeah, that's what I'm saying. But we have ties in the PMP. So that's why even a whole heap of little things that we can tell you. Yes. So we just always tell people, say, don't tell nobody, so we're related to you and all of these things, because I was totally different. Period. You understand? So this man now, the policeman, Corporal Clifford Coleman, he works at traffic headquarters and who's a member of the PMP criminal organization gang, Klansman. So this man is a policeman, but he's in the Klansman gang, criminal organization. So at the time when Donovan Bulby Bennett was the most wanted man in Jamaica, this policeman have Donovan Bulby Bennett's cell phone number in his phone. How many have Donovan Bulby Bennett number in my phone then? Because me and him are a friend, because me not a friend and a criminal. Police was on Donovan Bulby Bennett's payroll when my most wanted man in Jamaica had PMP government under PJ Patterson and Peter Phillips gave the most wanted man in Jamaica a $400 million government contract. Me know most Jamaicans don't even know that. But if you can't think, you don't understand. So our man is the most wanted man in Jamaica and the government give him a contractor. I give him a contract for build Highway 2000, $400 million. And this man wanted by the government, and the government I give him contract. Only a criminal organization operate like that. So that's why them hate me. Most police now go talk up, because most of them were on his payroll during that time. Renita Adams and Harry Bungles and all of these people. Because when it come on to money, them take money from all even a soul food person, because them not no morals and no ethics. I just saw them roll. Anyway the money there, I just saw them work. I see me now that is totally different. You couldn't get me with these guys, you understand? So yeah, Corporal Clifford Coleman, we train together, graduate together. He wasn't that bright and them thing there. We can't tell you that he's not a bright fellow. Period. Yeah. One thing with him lie still though, cool brother. Lie spit in his mouth. And we can't tell you, say, now I'm saying I'm smart, but him dunce. That's why they put him back in a uniform, because I'm not smart. And we can't tell you, say, him, even you see him Coleman, he had collected money. Two twin, involved in a shooting in a Portmore. Yeah, from Waterford in my community. And him used one of them, two of them involved in a shooting. And him used one of the twin. Same I use one of the twin as witness against the next one. And throw away the case, can collect money. I'm corrupt brother, I tell you that. Yes. So he's one of them, that was a part of his smear thing. So I don't there are some other police officers were involved in it. Yeah, thieving police were rob coke and all of them thing there, and yeah. we know them man them thing now. Police where I'll give all man them M16 rifle if you go rob a police gun where I tell you that. Yeah. So even all the policeman they involved in it and them thing, a whole heap of them. But guess what? Most of them all can't talk and them thing because them know the kind of person I am. So the thing is that now me just totally different. Me not like thief in police. None of them can say me a thief and none of them can say me a coward either. You understand? And them know say me no play. So that's I think now when them couldn't understand with me. Because most policemen tell you that thief. So that's the reason why them hate me too. And only PMP and them thing, you know. Look, as I've said and I've said before, one time in my entire life, Labour ever shoot off of me. And in 1996 down at Tivoli Gardens, same time, I was a part of a team in a Maypen Cemetery, 1996. That's the only time. All of my years of my work at St. Andrew South, nobody, not one time, anyone ever shoot off of me in a Tower compound or a place named Falcon. So only 3 parts in a Huntway police area, a Labour part. Never shoot off of me. I tell you that. Every time I PMP them shoot off of me as police. So that's why I'm telling you, the only thing them know for create is criminal. Because them teach people them for read and expand their mind and, try to inspire them to aspire to be the best person. Because trust me, we have some great minds in the ghetto them, inventors, but it's just that them don't have the resources to do it. Because when a man can think of some things, even with the scammer them and all them people there, them people that should be them people that they need for them have talent, you understand? Although them are criminal, but them can use it in a different way. You know that in America, so you have some the people them where like the cyber criminal them, some of them end up start work for the government because them know how criminals operate and think. But when I see them alone, them work for the government I feel watch them because them are criminal. Cause you understand what I'm saying? Some people you believe in a redemption. You understand? So moving on. So so as we tell you about this thieving policeman, Corporal Clifford Coleman, my PMP more than Michael Manley, and him have a cousin where a bad man over there by them old. And them say he might want to give them a gunshot and them thing. I have no reason to disbelieve because if a policeman is a part of a criminal gang, anything can goes. You understand? Yes. And and because we expose him as a cocaine robber who a Klansman gunman shot after a year robbed Donovan Bulby Bennett's coke. And he knew the shooter personally as the man was at his house waiting on him. So so when I have him acknowledging the same. So I was on the phone with him and him acknowledged, say, boy, yeah, I chew me attack and them thing that when him get shot. Him all shock, him I wonder, me say when him get shot because him thief the people them coke. Yeah man. Him frightened. Him couldn't believe him because remember I don't work in a St. Catherine, but him don't understand. So when you're a good police and a thief, even criminal, we trust you. And call them, we tell us, boy, I want thing, I want thing with you and them thing, tell lie upon people, you're not a criminal police. And see him criminal, we tell you about police, we are criminal. I tell you that. That's why I tell a man, say, you don't have to rob people and them thing there. Hey, look, a man, I used to, I'm just a digress. I used to come from me and him brother used to go to school and him come from Galloway Road. Him dead now, I look at him name Kevin Morrison. For him father name Gladdy. Them call him Bone. Him did rob and shot one man and one time so I look for him. And the people them know. Him and him family and him father, everybody go up by commissioner office and time Macmillan and a commissioner of police. Say me I look for him to kill him. Him wanted, And I was the only person that knew him because we grew up together. So because we grew up together and everything, me supposed to protect him as a criminal. I say no, me not that. Me not protect criminal, period. You understand? And so I went up to the commissioner office, Macmillan, and them tell the commissioner of police, me I look for him to kill him, He wanted, But, according to them say me want to kill him. Me never tell nobody that. And them say if me kill him, there's land where my grandmother died left. And if me kill him, I get it because me and my family. I say, wait, man, this man ain't nothing of them thing there. That's I think with them. I tell you, a big file come from down by OPR and them thing about it, and I said, me and the man ain't nothing of them thing there. And say even the police, the detective were believe the criminal and him family, and I say me and the boy related, and I tell him, although me write it, I say so people easy to believe things. Why would I deny say me and him a family? But because him say him know my mother and my father, and him know them name and this and that. But him can't say who I'm related to in my family. You understand? My mother side of family. Anyway, so him that him got Tivoli and him did the Bahamas get locked up and deported and all them things. And all him pack gun and drugs and them things over there. I don't know, them send him back to Jamaica. So he was arrested by detective named Kenneth Chambers. So after them arrest him, for some reason or the other, him did jump the case. So him man when did rob and shot upon the bus, he never get to even testify. So him jumped the case. So after them deport him from Bahamas, him apparently go down to Tivoli and man, some people attack and I tell him man him say he want to kill me. Never know say one of the person when him attack to is that somebody who make a scolded and somebody who have enough respect for me. And the next thing, young you say them find him and them thing there. You say no, say me, you understand? Him see him and they go down there, I tell him and him say, because I have no family at Tivoli. And them kill him down here. And him say, he want to kill me. See me, even in Arizona, man, in a drug house, and him tell people he want to kill me and him thing there. And me there Jamaican here. So I just how you live and treat people. So, sorry for the digression. So after we acknowledge, him acknowledge, from the phone call that him involved in drugs and all these things. And you know what? So after him acknowledge that, it's on the channel, in Duppy Police, Kartel Duppy Police, because he was charged with murder. Yeah. As you'd call it, that extrajudicial killing. Him shoot a man on the ground in view of everyone. And him charged murder and upon suspension for 9 years. And the person that he was arrested and it was a dead man. So him shoot a dead man in a charge with murder. But eventually, you understand, you can't do that. Desecrate the cops. Because I'm have show say him bad and them thing there. Idiot. So in him career, 3 times him charged with murder. 3 stupid murder. Because him shoot people who are dead already. And shoot, saying bad and them thing there. Any idiot can take a gun and shoot somebody. So, we expose him, him being friend with Dana Williams and all of them thing there. So, let me educate you on how the PNP criminal organization has been very effective in insulting their followers, supporters and organic robots who cannot think for themselves. Here's why they have been able to control their minds for decades. And because I am from a PNP criminal organization community, born and raised, and I can think for myself, it hurts the ones who are still enslaved mentally. So let me show you how these people are some of the slowest. Yeah, Speedy Gonzalez. One, this woman is making an allegation about me. She never said which year I was in Jamaica. Because she never say when me a police at Jamaica at me now, when me there foreign. You understand? But me not even would answer them about that. Because even people at Jamaica just laugh when them hear that. People know me. Because there are so many things, you understand what I'm saying? But you don't divulge the matter. Oh, I want to see him passport and them thing. For So this woman who making the allegation about me, she never said which year I was in Jamaica, what kind of car I was driving, where in Kingston I took this imaginary girl who was big, fat and look older than her age. And people will know me and them thing there. They might say a whole heap of little things about that too. Because number one, I'm not being discriminatory or anything like that, but trust me, I don't talk to black people. Period. You have to be Indian or white. Ask anybody. I am not attracted to black women. So I don't know what these people talking about. Period. Not only that, I'm not attracted to Speedy Gonzalez people. I don't talk to people who are beneath me. I don't talk to people who live in a certain community. You have to live uptown. You understand? That's why people that may associate with. So, and it's just a fact. You understand? So what kind of car I was driving, I understand all of these things. What is the name of the child? These people don't ask them questions. Where does the child live? Who is the child's parent? What number did I use to contact them in Jamaica and threaten them? And I could go on and on. People who do not like you for various reasons will look at others to hate you. Even if they do not know you, and give them a reason to hate you. Because I saw it going on when people hate you. You understand? So to show that these people are Speedy Gonzalez, them slow, I have supposedly killed a man. Rifle, that Owen Clark, who was killed by this brother from around by Cockburn Pen. And look, alright, and you see the man who was talking about to me that I have killed a man for rifle and I was paid. That is the same man, May I show you a life on, And idiot I repeats about my colleagues. This is a guy, I don't even know his full name. I know his name as Liquor Bigger, because they had called me. And he's the one, and it's on the channel too, He's the one that wanted to give me £10,000 to send it Cash App or ZELLE for me to take down the video about Cool Breeze. Yeah, Cool Breeze. That's Cool Breeze who had killed Rifle and one British. And his photograph is on it and on the channel too. They wanted to give me £10,000 to take down the video because they did not want the world to know that he's the one that killed Rifle and one British. You understand? He was the one that behind it because of jealousy. If they had wanted to kill Rifle's son that they claim that killed Tully, he's still alive in Jamaica. They haven't killed him. It's just Rifle they wanted to kill. So you understand? It's just bad mind because the man was deported and back in Jamaica and him live like him never went to prison. So all of them think they're just jealousy. Whilst he went to prison, Cool Breeze went to prison in England. And all of the time he was in prison, it was Rifle that was taking care of his family. That's why I tell you, you can't just get the people. And he's the same man who orchestrated the death of the man. And then now, one of the British was talking to him, not knowing that he's the one that was behind it. You understand? And killed him. Because the same telephone call that Rifle got when he was at the party run by Harry in Kencat, at the same phone number, one of the British get the call from when them kill him, and I from same Cool Breeze, asked him where he at, and he was at National Stadium, and tell him where he at and where he was going, and that's how he was killed. So nobody can tell me nothing about these people, and they are all three of them are PMP criminal organization supporter: Rifle, Cool Breeze, and one of the British PMP. You know what PMP do? Then you have this guy now named Junior Cat, that's a super cat brother. Him came out and started denouncing me too. After I had saved this man from going to prison for 15 years, the man said he don't even know me. When I say I saved him, I didn't do anything nefarious. It's just that a policeman by the name of Cowboy, it's on the channel, free him, plant gunshot on him, ask King Jammies. You understand? And I am the one who had spoken to the detective Nelson, Carl Nelson, and told him, speak to him. Because I am the one that he used to work with originally. And I told him, because when he came, when I went to work and saw the entry and everything, all the people at Cockburn Pen came to me about the incident that was in 1996. Jeremy Lee, Porky Chops, all the people from Cockburn Pen, even some business people, they came, because although I was a detective constable, I was a very influential person at Huntsby and in our community. Them people have respect for me because they know that I was fair and I was a honest police officer. Myself and Detective Gunter, them know say, yeah, people always. So once people respect you, them are treated as such. I asked even Admiral Bailey, and even at one time Pepe Goodison, brother, when them kill his brother, he have another family member who was wanted, and in the funeral procession, and who wanna held on to him. And you know, normally when Pepe brother was, them are bury him and them thing, and Admiral Bailey knew me from before I was even a police officer, and they right there then and there, them say, tell me, promise, just make him go to the funeral, and when we finish, we bring him back and bring him come on him over Huntsby. I asked Admiral Bailey, and I allow them to do it, because I know him. And when people respect you, you have to reciprocate it and them thing there. It was my, me, it was Bobby Williams and Bobby Reds and I. And I allow him to go to the funeral and him come back and you were arrested and charged. And then the police could have do that because of the trust that I have with the people in our community. So, that's how it is, with these people. You have to just treat people with respect, and in return, they might respect you. You understand? So as I said, we continue to say that nothing beat the truth. To show you that these people, they are organic robots and Speedy Gonzales. I have supposedly killed, as I said, kill the man of rifle. So may I show you the people them slow. What is the name of the man I killed? What's his name? So I help people to think, where did I kill this man? That about the place, date, time, place, who was there. And people are running this, What is the name of the mobile reserve policeman I got into trouble? Because apparently I switched the barrel of the M16. No man, I don't know if no police officer will ever do that in the shooting. You understand? So me murder a man now for somebody. For what? Me a hit man. Nobody can pay me for the things. I can't be bought. So that is far from the truth. But, and guess what now? Everybody are running it. And the man who said it, that man is a drug dealer. His name is Liquor Bigger. I don't know his correct name. So that was the same man that was giving me £10,000 for taking down a video. And promised me that in minutes I will get the £10,000 to my ZELLE account. And I said, no, I don't want the money. I say if this video have so much value and them want to copyright it that nobody can use it and this and that, and you understand, you can hear it and it's on the channel. You understand? So so no guy can. So that's why they try all kind of things for smear yours truly character. So show the level of ignorance by these people. The man claiming to be a policeman, as we tell you, is a known coke dealer in London, England, who goes by the street name Little Bigger, and was never a police officer. So during my service in the Jamaica Constabulary Force, I have never worked closely with mobile reserve police officers. Go on raid with them, but not closely. So there is so much more that I can add to this madness, but would be a waste of your precious time and mine. So, the PNP criminal organization, social media, entrepreneur, we an ugly some. I feel artist. Yeah, try to be tiger and all them things. Never hear about this man until, when him starts, him attack against me. And his crony has been trying to tarnish my good name for over a year, but it won't work. As I have said before, he will have to pay for his lies. All of them, everyone. And I won't be serving any sympathy coffee, tea, or water to these miscreants whose depth of lying knows no bound. But them not ashamed, So it's a sad reality that some will go to great lengths to sow seed of animosity towards others, even in the absence of personal knowledge or understanding, whether driven by envy, prejudice, or ulterior motives. So these individuals seek to poison others' perception, fostering unwarranted disdain and mistrust. Their actions are often fueled by insecurity and a desire to elevate themselves by tearing others down. They thrive on discord, they sow and revel in chaos they create. Yet their efforts reveal more about their character than the individuals they target. So in face of such adversity, it's important to remain steadfast in one's conviction and integrity. While witnessing the proliferation of baseless hatreds may be disheartening, it's essential to remember that the truth will always prevail. By staying true to oneself and refusing to succumb to the negativity propagated by others, we can rise above the noise and continue to shine as beacons of authenticity and compassion. Ultimately, those who seek to spread hate without cause only succeed in tarnishing their souls. Let's not be swayed by their malice, but instead, let us continue to cultivate understanding, empathy, and goodwill towards all, regardless of the unwarranted judgment of others. So, this is the end of part 1, where, we elaborate a lot about this thing, because, you will never, when people are lying on you, they won't stop until, you get them in a corner, you corner them and them have to pay, and then you say everybody start running for the hills. Sometimes some people, they don't even have, not even have 2 kinds to rub up together. So it ends up, you understand what I'm saying? Because some of them, they might try to ride on my name for, make a name for themselves. So this idiots and all these things at YouTube. So have yourself a beautiful day. So part 2 will be coming up shortly. Jamaica Young Police Channel out.